Hey everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
Yes, we did.
It is on Netflix, it's new, and it is called The Postcard Killings.
Killings.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So we have Jacob, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Any relation to the sausage guy, do you think?
Oscar Mayer?
Jimmy Dean.
Oh. Well, the breakfast sausage. Yes.
I hate you. Anyways, he plays Jacob, a man who gets a call that nobody ever wants to get. His precious one and only daughter, which, hello, I resent when people in movies, and it's gotta just be people in movies, right? Let's hope it's just people in movies, think it's worse if you only have one kid. You know what?
Yeah.
My life has just as much value just because I have a lot of spare sisters. Anyways, his daughter is newlywed. He springs for a European vacation. Although it seems like they're backpacking,
Yeah,
so
he didn't spring that much. Yeah.
Jacob.
Could have made all the difference if he just put them up in 5-star accommodation instead of hostels and trains.
That's right. His daughter ends up murdered.
Right away.
Right away, yes. This is the phone call he gets at the very beginning of the film. He shows up in London to ID the bodies of both her and her new husband. They are on their honeymoon in Europe and they get murdered. And not just like murdered, but mutilated and like their corpses posed and their bodies drained of blood. And
yeah, it's like 7 level of killing.
yeah, it is some pretty heavy duty shenanigans going on. But Jacob is no ordinary grieving father of his one and only daughter. I mean, if he had 2 daughters, he wouldn't be nearly as sad, guys, to lose one of them. But because she's his only daughter...
He's not only sad, he's driven. And he's a cop.
Yes. He's a New Yorker cop.
That's
and
right.
you know, they don't take no for an answer.
When the Brits are like, you can't be a part of our investigation. You're too close to the deceased.
And also not a cop here. But also the father of the dead girl. Yeah. And also not a cop here.
But
and
he
he's
refuses to take no for an answer, yeah.
Yes. And to be honest, the murderer kind of makes things easier for him. Because A, he turns out to be a serial killer, and B, he moves around Europe. So just when the London people are getting tired of him, he's off to Madrid or somewhere else.
He's drawing lines on the map.
Straight lines. You know, they wanted to make a movie that looked like other serial killer movies, and they remembered something about a map, but didn't have any string.
So we just got a Sharpie.
You just had to, draw some straight lines between 2 cities. I
don't know what that proves. I don't know how that helps him investigate.
It didn't, obviously, because the killer killed again.
That's true.
So, he should have spent more time ambling around randomly. Would have been better than just drawing lines on a map.
He did have some pretty good luck in ambling.
That's right. So, if this is sounding familiar, of course it does. It sounds like every other movie like this. But also, it is a James Patterson novel.
Oh, it really did feel like a James Patterson.
And it was.
Yeah.
A James Patterson and I'm sorry to whoever wrote it with James Patterson.
Well, because we know they actually wrote it, first of all.
Yes, for sure. But yes, this is why it feels exceedingly familiar. But eventually, he moves around to so many crime scenes that he makes a detective friend, Inspector such and such in Germany.
Yeah.
So this guy is played by Joachim Król. So he is finally a police officer who is willing to play outside of the book.
And he's German. He's German and he's going outside of the book. That's not realistic.
Sean, I feel like you're typecasting people here.
Yeah, but that's a legitimate stereotype.
Okay, a stereotype. You don't think there's one guy who doesn't live up to the stereotype in all of Germany?
Apparently
it's a pretty
there is,
big country.
and Jeffrey Dean Morgan found him.
Yes, that's right, he did. He also found, okay, we didn't even get to the postcard part, but to like precede the killing, to announce the upcoming murder that's about to take place, the killer sends a postcard to a journalist in the city, I guess, where he's targeting his next victims. And with a little quote. And the quote usually somehow pertains to the piece of art that is hanging in a museum in that city that he's going to stage his crime scene to look like. And he seems to target young newlywed couples because he hates love.
Yeah.
Or he loves love.
So the theory goes.
So anyways, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Detective Jacob, also finds a journalist named Desi. And I think was she in Stockholm?
Yes, she was.
Okay. So played by Cush Jumbo. Originally was supposed to be one of the Fanning sisters. But anyways, so he's got two people in different cities who are somewhat on his side.
Giving him some
who are willing to leak the information. And despite all of these very hardworking police officers on the case, wouldn't you know it, it is, at the end of the day, Mr. Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
He's cracking every clue.
Yes.
Really breaking it down.
Gosh, yes. And sometimes involving his wife, Famke Janssen, who's back in America.
Doing investigating.
Doing her own legwork. Yeah, that's right. Even though she is a deeply grieving mother because her too, it was her only child. And you know how much worse that is.
Well, especially when it's her husband's fault for sending them to Europe.
That's right.
On a budget.
It does serve him right. Just for all you fathers out there. Go big or go home. I mean, yeah. So this movie is like as by the book as the Germans would like it to be.
Yeah,
it's hitting all of the numbers.
Yeah.
So you know what? If you were wanting a crime, thriller, mystery, whatever, if you love James Patterson,
but you're feeling too lazy to read, this is your movie.
This is your movie. Because it does, I think, deliver all the things you would want in a movie like this.
This is a James Patterson book, light. And that's a lot. That's saying a lot.
Wow. You're a little sharp today, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's me.
Sharp Sean.
Yep.
No one has ever called you that before,
no,
you poor dear.
Legitimately.
Yeah, they're always like, he's pretty dull.
Yeah.
He's not the sharpest. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. But this one time, Sean and Jeffrey Dean Morgan
were really nailing
probably unrelated to Oscar Mayer.
Probably.
Oh, jeez. You know, I used to say I wanted a smart man.
Then what happened?
You amend your list as you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You amend, or sometimes you have to like back amend your list when you're like 3 years in and you're like, oh.
Yeah, my grandmother did tell you I was smart and you'd be lucky to keep up with me.
No, that wasn't your grandmother. That was your like English, your high school teacher.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
oh,
she told me that at your sister's like
who is also our
baby
neighbor.
party. Yes. She was the one who said Sean is a real intellectual. And I would have trouble keeping up, good luck keeping up with him. She said that. And I knew we were only like we must have been like 6 months into our relationship. We were already engaged. And I already knew that I would have no trouble keeping up to Sean. First of all,
well,
people.
It was a nice thing for her to think.
To you?
To me, yeah.
insanely unflattering to me.
It's true.
Yes, it's true. It's like telling a mom and a daughter that they could be sisters.
That's right.
That's only
That only
flattering
works
one way. Stop saying that. What? Oh, we're reviewing a movie, Sean.
We are.
The Postcard Killings. I totally forgot. The Postcard Killings. Killings plural. There's gonna be a few. Yeah. You'll get to see the beautiful European landscape. No, you won't. You're gonna just see
There's murders and
hostels. Yeah, that's right. It's not really nice.
No.
And then the insides of really small cars.
Yeah, that's true.
My gosh. We already know I couldn't move over there because of the small houses, but certainly the small cars would get to me.
Everything's small.
And we drive 2-doors.
Yeah,
but our 2-doors are longer than anyone's.
Cars. Yes.
Even in North America.
Yeah.
The Mustang has a big nose.
It does.
Oh yeah. Why? How? Yeah, I guess we don't have a lot to say about this movie because we've really gone off course so many
we've
times.
said what needs to be said.
Yes. You know what?
This movie is exactly what you expect it to be.
It's not like a thrilling thriller.
No.
It's like, just take it easy until, they catch themselves, basically.
Yeah, it might make you feel smart because you'll see most of the twists coming.
So much so that I hate to even call them twists.
It's true.
They're not even kinks,
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah. Of course it had to be.
Barely a tangle, yeah.
Because it's like it would have not made sense.
That's right.
Otherwise.
Mm-hmm. And then this doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Well,
even
the
way it is.
No, but
not a lot of sense. No, don't go in this hope. Don't look for sense in this.
No.
Whew.
But possibly a sequel.
Well, we can only hope, and I'm sure James Patterson is hoping the same.
And whoever wrote it.
That's right, +1. So let us know if you read the book, and let us know how it compares to this movie. If they changed anything, gave it the old Hollywood ending. What?
It's just funny. It's just funny to think.
Oh, I mean, okay, minus all of the murders, sure. Those are not pleasant.
Oh no! I just mean, they really had to tone down this James Patterson
yeah.
to make it more palatable for the masses.
That's right. Anyways, it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
What have you got to lose? You haven't seen it before.
No, probably.
I mean, basically, you've seen it before.
Yeah.
But it's been slightly repackaged, refurbished. Yeah. Is it still a lemon? I don't know.
Could be lemonade.
It's like citrus. It's citrus adjacent. But anyways, you might be okay with that.
I mean, you can do worse.
You could do worse. And Sean is busy making lemonade over here to go with his sausage. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.